Okay, so now we know what a hidden Markov model is, right? So next, what we are going to look at is how can hidden Markov model be used for POS tagging? Okay, so here the assumption is we have a hidden Markov model where the states of the hidden Markov model are the tags, the observations are the words in the sentence, and the transition probabilities as well as emission probabilities of the hidden Markov model are already obtained from a corpus or a training dataset. So we are not going to look at how we are going to build a hidden Markov model. Here what we are going to look at is given a hidden Markov model, how can it be used to tag a given set of words. Okay, so for that we are using what is known as a Viterbi algorithm. It is called a decoding algorithm for a hidden Markov model. Okay, so the input to the hidden Markov model is a set of words or a sentence. It's a set of words and the output is the correct tag sequence based on the probability. Okay, so here this is an example of a hidden Markov model. So here we are not showing it as a transition diagram, but the actual probabilities are given here. Okay, so the number of states are there is a start state. There is these tags actually form the other states in the hidden Markov model, and these values actually stand for the transition probabilities. Okay, from start state to the state VB or verb. What is the transition probability? Or from the tag to tag verb. What is the probability? Okay, so all that information is obtained from a corpus. Also, that is available with us. So transition probabilities are here, and here we have got the emission probabilities or the observation probabilities. So observation here, we are assuming we want to tag a sentence. I want to race. That is the sentence we want to tag. So these are the observations. I want to and race are the observations. So in each of the state, what is the probability? So in state VB, which stands for verb, what is the probability of emitting I? That is 0, right? Because it is I is not anywhere related to a verb. Okay, so such sort of for each of the states of the hidden Markov model, what is the probability of emitting each of the symbols? That is also given. So given these two tables, we have a complete hidden Markov model. Okay, now what we want to do is we want to find the best tag for this particular set of words. Okay, now this is the algorithm. This is the Viterbi algorithm. Before going to that, so we said the hidden Markov model has these many states. PP, VB, 2, NN are the different states, and there is a start state also. And look, these are the time slots at which we have a particular input. I is the input given to the hidden Markov model at the time 0. Okay, and at time 1 we have want being fed to the hidden Markov model. At 2 we have 2 and 3 we have race and so on. Okay, time 0, 1, 2 or 1, 2, 3, 4. That is, these are the time slots at which the input is fed. So we have got 4 states. Now, how we calculate this probability or how we find out the best tag for a particular sequence of words is, in order to do that, we have for every state we have what is known as a Viterbi value being calculated. Okay, a Viterbi value is calculated for each of these states at each of these time slots also. Okay, initially that value, so if we look at this algorithm, there is a value called Viterbi algorithm. It is stored in a matrix called Viterbi. And a time slot 1, that is a beginning time slot, for each of the states, it is initialized as uh, the A stands for the transition probability. Transition probability from start state to the given state S into what is the B stands for emission probability, right? So BS of O1 is O1 is a symbol which is generated. So what is the probability of O1 being generated by S? So these two are multiplied and it is this that we initially have set. in the Viterbi matrix for time slot 1 for each of the states. For in our example, we have 4 states, right? So we have 4 states here. For each of these states, we calculate the Viterbi value. So this is an example. So Viterbi value at V1 for this state PPSS, it is equal to the transition probability from start state, that is start state to this state, into the emission probability of I in this state. Okay, so what is the transition probability from start state to PPSS? That is there in the table. Okay, from start state to PPSS, the transition probability is 0.067. Okay, so 0.067 into 0.37. 0.37 must be the emission probability of the symbol I in this particular state PPSS, that we can look in the table. Okay, PPSS, the emission probability of I is 0.37. Okay, so this is being initialized for all the states. Here, this is for V1 of this state, it is 0.025. Similarly, we are doing for all other states. Okay, so when we calculate, it's actually 0 for the other states, and here it is 0.025. Okay, so we initialize this, and then what we do is, in this particular time slot, we look at um, what is the state with the maximum probability here. If you look at this, it is 0.025. So we do not have to consider that is other paths. Other paths need not be considered. We only will consider paths from this particular state onwards. Okay. So next step is, so we are in this state. Now we will look at what is the again the transition probability from this state to all the states in time slot 2. Okay, so again, for each of the states for time slot 2, again we are calculating Viterbi value, and that Viterbi value is whatever V1 we have calculated into the transition probability from this state to the next state into emission probability of want in that particular state. Okay, in time slot 2, again, we have to calculate the Viterbi value for each of the 4 states in time slot 2. And how we do that is, the Viterbi value for the state VB is equal to Viterbi value for the previous state V1 into transition probability from PPSS to VB into the emission probability of want. The next symbol is want in the VB. So that is being calculated. So if you look at this, V1 of 1, which is the value here 0.025, into probability of VB given PPSS, that is the transition probability, this that is calculated, and that into 0.093, which is the emission probability of want in this particular state. Like that you do for all the other states, and you look at what is the maximum value, which state has maximum value, and that particular path we have to track, because that is a path with maximum probability is what we consider, right? That is what we talked about when we discussed probability based tag generation. So here, so the difference from what we discussed in the previous classes is, here we are not looking at all the possible tags. Here we are following the path which has the greatest probability, and we are also storing this path. Okay, so that is what we do. Now we'll go back to the algorithm. So initially so we have a Viterbi value which is being stored for every state which is in the hidden Markov model, and for each of the time slots. Initially it is set to there is a transition probability from start state to the current state, as well into the emission probability of the first symbol in the current state. It is initialized like that, and the back pointer, this data structure, is what contains the path from start state to end state, which path has the best probability, maximum probability, and that path will have the that path, or this back pointer will have the path of the states through which we pass, and the states actually stand for the correct tags. So if you look at this back pointer data structure, we will have the best tags for the input symbol sequence. Okay, now this is the initialization part. Now for each step, t from 2 to t. T is the maximum time slot. So 1 we have already initialized here from 2 to t. For each of the states which are there, you have to calculate the Viterbi value for that. And how you calculate it? It is a max of Viterbi value in the previous state. Okay, in t minus 1. Okay, in t minus 1, what was the value for this particular state S dash into transition probability from S dash to S into emission probability of the symbol OT in the state S. So that maximum value is taken and the argument of that is being stored. Okay, and finally, what we get is when we reach the state which has the maximum the Viterbi value at time slot t, that will be our maximum probability path, and that particular argument will be our final state. And finally, when you look at the back pointer, we will get a trace of the path through which we have come, the different states. And when we look at it, the different states are actually the different tags. So if you look at the data structure called back pointer, we get the best tag for the particular input. That is how Viterbi algorithm works. Okay.